Hey, welcome. Sorry, something off camera happened. We are here to discuss Bahubali.
Baahubali 2,
Bahubali 2, the
the
conclusion.
conclusion.
So,
Right. We're going to
let,
start off with a little something, though. Listen, you just have to deal with this, okay? It takes a strong hand to get you under control, so just mind your business, okay? It has come to my attention, reading some of the comments by our Indian friends, that some people do not know who I am. We have gotten Professor, who is the woman who's sitting next to you.
my slave.
You wish. We have gotten Professor, is that your girlfriend? And we have gotten Professor, I didn't realize the Warrior Queen is your wife.
Yes, you are my wife.
I am your wife. My name is Tish, but Jeremy calls me the Warrior Queen. And not just your Warrior Queen, the Warrior Queen, because there's
Yes,
only
there's
one.
the definite article. On
Right. There's only one. It's just me. And so I am indeed your wife.
That. Yes.
So
And how long have you been my wife?
25 years.
Yes, 25 years. Ron,
Though-
that's older than you, dude.
And we dated for 2.5 before
Yes.
that, so we've actually been together 27 years.
Do you remember when I had hair?
I do.
When I looked like Bahubali?
I also remember when I didn't have gray hair, so where it was totally black. So yes, that's time has caught up with us. We're getting old. We are middle-aged now.
Middle-aged man.
Right. Anywho, we're off topic. I just wanted to clarify that for our Indian friends. Tish and the Warrior Queen are one and the same, and I am Jeremy's wife.
So, Bahubali 2.
Baahubali 2.
What did you think of the movie?
Okay, we had an Indian friend who said they agreed with me that
Which friend?
I don't remember his name, because there are nearly 21,000 Indian friends out of all of our subscribers. But he said I was correct when I gave Bahubali, the beginning, a B for a final grade. And he said, when you watch the conclusion, you will give that part an A+, and I agree. Part 2 was wow.
You liked part 2.
So good. Yeah, so good.
I was really angry after the first one, how it ended.
I know. That's why I gave it a B, because of how it ended.
And it was good to see it. I was glad to see it on Netflix.
Yes.
I really enjoyed the film. It was a good film.
Yes.
It was fun.
What a great story.
It was a great story. We saw elements of Moses, of Jesus, of, things that we could relate to in our culture. I'm sure there's
Yes.
Indian equivalents to that.
I also think that it was somewhat similar to Thor and Loki.
Yes, between the two brothers.
Yes,
Yes,
between
yes.
Bahubali and
Bala douchebag.
Balaladeva.
Bala douchebag.
Balaladeva.
He will now be known as Bala douchebag. See,
Balaladeva.
I bet you that Bala douchebag
Balaladeva.
is the father of Pakistan. I'm pretty sure.
Maybe we
think,
would
yes.
find that out, and maybe that would be true. But wow, what a scoundrel he was, right? I mean, manipulative, evil, and the Queen Mother, I was so annoyed because...
Pride got in the way of her.
Yes, she was
She
so
couldn't
good
admit
in
it.
part 1.
She could not admit when
Exactly.
she was wrong.
Exactly. In part 1, she was spot on.
Nah, my
In-
word is law.
In part 2, she just lost her way. I mean, in the end, she finally redeemed
big,
herself.
crazy eyes.
She really did. And I appreciate
Like
that.
Irfan Khan.
No, because his are more bulgy. Whereas
favorite actor.
Hers, she would just kind of open them, and they would get like, woo, so big. But in any case, wow, part 2 was so good. It was so awesome to see Devasena get her revenge on Balaladeva. He was such a
Bala
scumbag.
douchebag. He was.
Man,
What a scumbag.
I didn't like him.
You're not supposed to like him.
See, I was waiting for you to say
You're not
that because
supposed
that's
to
what you
like him.
always say. Yeah, his father, what a creepy little urchin.
Yes,
Ew.
yes, he was.
Wow.
Yes, he was.
He was so gross. I
Yeah.
did not like him at all.
His little baby arm.
And Katapa, although I've heard when we were watching the film, I was listening very carefully. Some people pronounced it Katapa and others pronounced it Katapa. So,
I like Katapa.
whereas in English, if you read it,
Katapa.
it would
Yeah,
be
Katapa.
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 Either
That's
way,
why it was Katapa.
right. So either way, He's a very likable character. It made me so sad.
I
when
need
he
to
killed
find out
Baahubali.
who he is and what other films he's been in.
He
I'm
was
curious.
good, wasn't he?
Yes, yeah, I thought he did a good
enjoyed
job.
him. Yep.
One thing that I was slightly disappointed in,
In part 2?
yes, was I wanted to see more of the girl from part 1 that kind of led him up the mountain.
Oh yeah,
We
yeah,
didn't
his
really
love
get-
interest.
We
right,
kind
yeah.
of missed out on it. She showed up at
Yeah.
the end,
Yeah, I
shot a
agree.
couple arrows.
I agree because she was supposed to be to Baahubali the son. She was supposed to be to him what Devasena was to Baahubali.
Yeah, similar.
Father.
Yeah, they were similar temperament.
Right,
you know?
right. They were both warriors, and
Yes.
yeah, I wanted to see more of her too. That was a bummer. I agree.
Yeah, I thought the baby arm dude.
The father, he was he was despicable.
He
I
was
didn't like him at
despicable.
all. Yeah, so what a great story. If I heard correctly, I think 8 years elapsed between the
I'd be
release
so
of
mad.
the first and the
8
second
years,
film.
I'd be so mad.
Oh my gosh, can you imagine having to wait that long? I mean, we were fortunate we could just watch it on Netflix. I can't even imagine waiting 8 years to find out what's going to happen. That would be so crazy.
What was your favorite part of the movie?
Again, that's very tough because the story itself was just so amazing. I think probably my favorite part was as we're wrapping it up toward the end when there was the showdown between
Excuse me.
Balaladeva
Bala
and,
douchebag.
and Bahubali's son, who is also Baahubali. And so Balaladeva got his. And then the funeral pyre that Devasena had been working on, then Balaladeva gets thrown on it. And then he says to her, like she's going to want to come burn on the pyre with him.
Come
He's
join
like,
me.
come join me. Okay, whatever, loser. So it was good to see him get his comeuppance. I was very happy about that.
Comeuppance.
Yeah.
Is it like a Jewish term? Is that Yiddish?
No, it's not. It's not Yiddish. This is in fact an English word. It's part of the English vocabulary. So anyhow, I was very happy to see him get his, and then at the very end, of course, Baahubali takes his rightful place on the throne, and both of his moms were there. That was awesome.
I think my favorite part of it is the assassination of Baahubali, where they send word that Katapa is in trouble, and he comes.
It was a setup.
Yeah, it was a setup, and
Yeah.
we saw his loyalty to the end, even, like,
Katapa was begging him
to leave.
to
just
leave because he didn't want to tell him, I'm here to kill you.
Yes.
And he figured if Baahubali just leaves, then, maybe Katapa, will just die here, and then I won't have to do this.
And what we saw, I think, is Bahubali's nobility in that
Yes.
that whole scene,
Yeah.
how that whole thing played out, and
Yeah.
I thought it was just a great look at his nobility, his
Yeah.
humanity, his, because he basically it became the tale of two kings.
Right. Oh,
You
absolutely.
had Bala douchebag who was screwing everybody over. Then you had Bahubali, the man of the people, who was
Right.
with the people, and it was like
Yeah.
when the one guy said, "Don't be upset. God has come with us.
Right.
He's going to be with us
Right.
now." And you could see that he was teaching the people. Very
Yes.
much had a Moses feel to it, teaching the
Right.
people, leading the people,
And of course,
showing them things.
the God with us part being reminiscent of Jesus.
Yes,
because,
Emmanuel.
Right, Emmanuel,
Yes.
God with us.
Yes.
Right.
So I really enjoyed the film.
I did too. A
I
plus.
thought it was
A plus.
yeah, that's pretty easy A plus
Yep,
to give.
I agree.
It was. I guess we're probably gonna have to find the cartoon now.
Well, we saw something about
Mm-hmm.
it online, so.
Yeah, because the cartoon explains the origins of different people from this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you
Okay.
find out different things.
Cool.
Probably the best sword and sandal movie I've seen since The Passion.
It was really good.
Can you think of a sword and sandal movie that was
Since the Passion of the Christ,
better?
No, I don't
I mean,
think so.
Risen was good, but it wasn't.
Risen was good.
But
It didn't rise to that level, though.
Bahubali 2, I think, is the sword and sandal is
Yeah,
probably
that was
the best
really
thing I've
good
seen
since the Passion of the
since
Christ.
The Passion of the Christ.
And I particularly loved young Devasena when she was, fighting as a warrior, in her own kingdom and then fighting alongside Bahubali. I loved her character. It made me so sad to
It's
see.
because you are that
I
character.
think so. I know. I
Yes.
was like, I so
I know
identify
so.
with her. Yeah.
I've seen you with my mom.
Ooh, that's a story for another
Yes,
day.
yes.
But the warrior aspect of it and fighting alongside her husband, yes, Was very reminiscent. Yeah. So, are we done with this video?
We are
wrapping
done with this.
up?
We're going to
Okay.
wrap it up.
So
Wrap it up!
we're going to ask our friends to please subscribe to our channel. As you know, we have crossed over the 50,000 threshold, and we are pushing on to 100,000. And so we're hoping that our kind Indian friends will help us. So please subscribe to our channel.
Namaskar.